What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Chemo. His partners today in the yellow color playing as Set, his name is Mariano, and in the blue color playing as Zeus. His name is Ulysses. Together they make the team THC. Their opponents today in the green color playing as Ra, his name is Fox. In the purple color playing as Zeus, his name is Shelty. And in the sky blue color playing as Set, his name is Joe. The map is Highland. Throwback Jack. This map was removed from the competitive pool. Has not really been updated. So you've got the funny Ensemble Studios maps quirks, like a random large gold mine spawning in your base, as being possible. But this map is basically vanilla. It's got added some extra stuff here, but it was removed from the competitive map pool. Why? Because in 1v1s, there were certain gods that were just literally auto-lost. Like you could not function with those gods on that map. So the team over the years decided to remove it. But in team games, it's pretty fun. You get this really, really interesting water layout with a handful of safe fish down the bottom of the map over on these locations here, and a handful of yummy fish in the middle of the map here. So the question is, do you want everyone to go to the center as we see DoD doing? Bam, bam, bam. Or do you want everyone to go onto the outsides of the map, or someone to go onto the outsides of the map? Chemo obviously deciding to go to the outside of the map here. But let's talk a little bit about these god picks, because I'm confused. I don't know who banned what. What Chemo's been writing in these results have been very, very silly. He wrote here that they banned Isis and Hades. Okay. Isis and Hades. So no Isis, no Hades on this map. So none of the really, really big defensive powerhouses in Hades, and no god power protection from the Isis. But that leaves open Zeus, Poseidon, Loki, Thor, Odin. Before we even get to this, you got Uranus, you've got Kronos, you've got Gaia. Lots of other gods. I'm not surprised to see Ra. Not surprised to see Ra on this map. I'm not surprised to see Zeus on this map. Though I don't think that Zeus is like a must pick. I'm not surprised to see him. I am surprised to see the Set. What is the plan here with this Set that both of these players are thinking they need to? In a way, I understand Joe picking Set because he's a Set main. But over here, Mariano can play the Greeks, he can play the Norses, he can play the Atlanteans very well. So he's not restricted by his own god pool, so to speak, but he's deciding to go with the Set here. I don't understand it. I think, what could the reason be? No, I don't see it. I don't know what the strat could be here in the slightest. Maybe using shifting sands on a Zeus. No, they're not going for any specific strat. They're just going for this comp because it's strong, is my understanding. And if you think that this is a comp that your opponents can pick, why not Poseidon here? Poseidon like hard counters everything Set can do with ceasefire and with cheaper cavalry. Anyways. Obviously, they're not to know what their opponents are playing. Did we see it? We didn't see a mirror matchup every game. I think this is the first mirror matchup this series. Anyways. Hermes coming through. Bam. Bam. Hermes, Ptah. No surprises. This will be Ptah from Chemo. This will be Ptah from Mariano. This will be Athena here. There is a bit of a surprise, I think, from Shelty here going Hermes. Obviously, the Hermes is in to defend against any sort of Set shenanigans, but you do lose the restoration on the water. You do lose the restoration on the water. So we'll see how things are going to go. As is standard on water maps, the first little bit of this game is going to be arrow ship fighting. Chemo is up on this spot as well. I like that he's using the fishing ship to build the dock. I did some math on this. I can't remember where I put it. I can't remember what the results were, but it's something like 40 seconds walking time, or maybe more, like 40 seconds walking time with the villager, or building it with a fishing ship. If it's 40 seconds or more with the villager, it's better to build with a fishing ship. I think. I have to go back and look at my actual statistics. Anyways, everyone's advancing. Happy days. Town center immediately for Fox. Chemo in classic Chemo fashion. A little bit slow on that second town center. This was the same in the Moat game. I think Fox has got a slightly better early game build order than Chemo does here. So he's going to get that town center up faster. He's also got all of these water buffaloes on this town center. So no need to farm here either, though he is building farms and he's already got Shadoof. So he wants this build. He's doing this because it's standard in his eyes. It's easy. It's going to work every single time. No need to adapt. But going to be dropping that rain down immediately as well. And Fox, it looks like Fox is deciding to not fight on water. Wait, is Chemo also going for the town center? Yes. You do see that Joe's pushing forward with his set, going to be preventing that town center from coming up, taking access of this water as well. Nice play with all these animals to push in here. Oh, Joe's villager. No. Angry Bear is angry. Town center's coming up for Shelty all over the place. No one's fighting water. This is wild. Like, they are building a couple of ships, but not many. Mariano is actually choosing to fight water pretty hard here, actually. So he will probably win the water if all goes well for him here. Because Shelty is like, I don't need to fight this. We can just garrison. One thing that is similar about this map to like a map like Anatolia is that the fishing ships can garrison really, really simply in a defensive way to go. Chemo going to be dropping his own rain down. Chemo not getting as lucky with his water buffalo spawns, but now this also helps Fox out with his own situation here as all the town centers are up here for Ulysses. Cheeky little gazelle gets sent over here from Mariano. Going to be able to delete those and give those over to Ulysses if he wants, as Ulysses is setting up his buildings on this position here. As the fishing ship's dropping into the dock over here, and Fox gets pushed back on that spot here as well. Meanwhile, Chemo gets his town center up. He's got 3 town centers. 3 town centers for Shelty. 3 town centers coming up, or has for Joe. 2 town centers for Fox. Because Fox is in a bit of a different spot than Chemo. Do you really want to go 3 town centers here? Maybe. You are... What, is he playing Ra? He is playing Ra, so late game Ra probably is around about as strong as late game Zeus. It's more of a skill late game there than anything else. It's not like Ra versus Hades or Poseidon where you kind of just lose to the brute force of those gods. More Hades than Poseidon, but Poseidon has got those militia. Take a little bolt there onto the crocodile. And Ulysses has to pull back ever so slightly. A little bit of a lull before the storm here. Interesting to see Joe playing versus Chemo here. This one's going to be interesting. We don't see this matchup very often. Surprisingly, I would expect them to play a little bit more than they do. But Joe is one of the better Egyptian mirror players. As he sees, he's going to send that villager back over. But he is in a tough matchup with Set versus Set versus Ra, and the Hathor versus Nephthys. Chemo comes in earlier than Joe does here, as I'm not sure exactly what's happening on the side here, but it's kind of wild that these players have just kind of agreed to not fight water that hard here. Mariano, he's gotten himself his Townsend is up. He's in the heroic gauge. Part of me feels like a faster heroic here is a little bit better than the Townsend is. Now, hear me out on this. If I go for a fast heroic here with fish, and I hit that heroic gauge at like 6 minutes and 30 seconds, possible, I can throw a market down. And then I'm getting a trade route, which is a lot more valuable than building villages at that point. Just think about it. And I'm in the heroic age making heroic age tech. Could be an idea. Could be. Always got to be using that brain, you see. Never doing nothing else. All right. Siege works coming up for chemo. Trade route takes forever to pay off. Well, what if you start it really early, huh? What if you start it really... That was the point. Yeah, Norse is really, really good on this map. You're absolutely right. Back builds are amazing. You can jump over this with a longboat into here as well. Lots of cool ideas. Nice raids coming through for Mariano on this point. The problem is on this thing is like the walls are up and it's just fully defended here from Joe. There's no way to push in here without using transport ship shenanigans. Over here, we also see the same thing, but there is a Leviathan? Maybe he used that to get the chariot archers over here? Not sure. But it's a little bit of a lull here. I really don't like Joe's set style because it's just like your advantage against Ra as set is the fact that you can jump through the ages faster. You've got Ancestors, you've got Tornado. What Joe is doing here is he's going for a Mythic Age timing, it seems, but it's just super, super slow. And I'd be surprised if Chemo doesn't have Fortified Town Centers and Masons, which he already does have. Plus, he's got an Armory on this position here. He's got a Lumber Camp here to help out. And over here, he's got nothing on the main town. So he's getting himself Sun-Dried Mud Brick. This timing attack will not do anything. And that's because he hasn't been fighting at all. And Chemo can just get those sort of upgrades if he wants to. Joe, on the other hand, he's only on his town center. He does have Nose of the Sphinx, but he still needs to get himself Fortified Town Centers or Fortified Town Centers or Masons to survive against the Tornado. And there he does go with the Fortified Town Center. So he's got enough HP on that one there as Underworld gets used, I think. Yep, Underworld gets used, Tornado gets dropped. Makes sense. Very good. Plenty of ult down for Ulysses. Ulysses is going to be so big here. This is why the Zeus is so good. Shelty, on the other hand, I mean, I would assume that he would be as big, but I think he's missing fishing ships or something here. He's been pushed off, been pushed around a little bit too much here. You can get shifting sands with this army. Not a bad idea. Now we see the fighting starting. How many units does... Chemo doesn't have a whole lot of stuff out at the moment. So there is a slight timing here. Let me get rid of that. Let me get this one. There is a slight timing here for Joe, but he's got no siege out. He's making Oxy War Barges, but Chemo's got all the ramming galleys out in the world. And we do see a cheeky Locust down on this position. Joe's got to run away here. He needs to get some catapult out here to pick off all those ramming galleys. That's Chemo going to deal with all of that. The Avenger going to push back these heavy chariots over here as well. Nice raids over here from Joe. He's attacking all over the place in Chemo's economy here. You do see the Son of Osiris is now up for Fox. But the pressure from Ulysses This and Mariano here. This is the problem. Shelty coming over. He's dealing with these raids nicely. Random cabinets here going to be putting some pressure onto this location here as well, hitting the trade route. Honestly, THC is playing this game at a very, very high efficiency rate here. As the ramming galley is going to take down these Oxy war barges. Big Doll Stronghold going to go down there as well. Catapult's going to be able to take out a couple of those war barges as well here. As Mariano has also got in with a side build here. Mariano is playing this one really, really well. He is playing the pocket position beautifully thus far. We also seen those heavy Myrmidon coming in to cause some problems here as well. The Son of Osiris getting taken out by a Heliopolis. Not something you see all too often, but it does get a lot of damage done onto that Son of Osiris. Bam, bam, bam. Ancestor's getting dropped down now onto this position to try and take out those catapults and everything else, but at this point, you just look at the heavy chariots of Chemo versus the heavy chariots of Joe. It's just such a big difference in stats here caused by this unique god bonus. Heavy chariots, 136 HP, 108 HP, 11.9 damage, 11.05 damage. Joe does make up for it a little bit, having the 28% armor here. No, Chemo's got more piece armor as well. So he's just in front in every single way here. And DoD are just getting pushed back into a corner. As the villagers coming through, going to try and shank down this. Losing that town center is not good. So many Myrmidon coming in as well. And they're getting upgrades as well. He's got himself the Forge of Olympus. Like, how do you kill off Myrmidons as Egyptian? Answer is Chariot Archers. Answer is Axemen. Nothing else works well against them. There are Chariot Archers here, so at least he's got those going for him. But without upgrades, then life gets tough. And especially when you add in Heliopolis into the equation, you can actually do a little cheeky trick where you garrison the Myrmidon into the Heliopolis, move nice and close to those Chariot Archers, and then eject the Myrmidon right onto the top of them. As doesn't manage to stop that town center from coming back up. Restoration was used though, not enough, as the Son of Osiris with 48 HP remaining, 49 HP remaining there. It'll attempt to continue to hold here. Towers coming up over on that position as well. We are seeing the Oxy war barges still coming through here to attempt to hold this water location here. But Joe getting pushed back. Chemo and Joe still very close here, but still getting pushed back as we see Shelty going for the transport ship shenanigans here. Can he get in onto this position and cause some problems? Just getting up a fortress over on this position or something. One thing that I think Mariano does really well is he gets those early line of sight upgrades. So he sees exactly what's going on. Whereas Chemo, I don't think he's gotten them. Let me see. Yeah, he doesn't have his upgrades here for the line of sight. So he's missing all of that knowledge of what's going on in the game as the purple villagers coming through. Going to attempt to drop a wall down here. Locust getting dropped over here in an attempt to take down those forward villagers. But good micro from Ulysses to keep them alive. As a catapult coming through for Mariano yet again to try and take down this town center. With Bellerophon and those Myrmidons just causing so much problems for Fox here. Fox is just slowly starting to fall over in this game. He does have a nice trade route started, but we see Shelty dropping the ceasefire. And he does get those walls up nicely during this ceasefire. Love that play. Lots of idle caravans going to be caused here. Lots of... this is going to be a big disruption to the trade routes here of Chemo, of Mariano, and of Ulysses. So Ulysses can trade straight over to Mariano, and Mariano can fix his trade up over to Ulysses here, as we do see the Secrets of the Titans coming up. But during this ceasefire, Mario's not going to sit around and do nothing during the ceasefire. Walls coming through here, and he's going to set up onto Fox's main town center. As well as we're also seeing Ulysses doing this as well. This is almost... You can almost tell that this is something that's going to happen, but you've got to have your own defenses sorted here on these sorts of positions. Walls up around here as well. It doesn't take many resources to make it happen, but you just defend yourself so much nicer if you just get those walls up around here, and even like a tower or something on those locations. It can be tough to make it happen, but definitely worthwhile. As Ulysses does manage to get the walls up here. And now also DoD a hit with a very, very tough situation. Mariano dropping the Ancestors down on this spot here to try and take out some of those catapults to allow Kimo to push forward. Kimo's got a whole bunch of those spearmen here, and Joe goes for the Shifting Sands onto this position here, putting up some towers to stop that trade route even better at this moment. Really nice play there. And we'll see how it's going to go for him. Is this, well, I mean, you could have gone for the Chrono JJ with the Shifting Sands onto the Titan Gate. You could have. Or you could go for the trade route. Which one's more value, I wonder? Over here, we've got Shelty having to come over here and clean this one up. Fox dropping some towers down. You can also just build a straight wall across, like this. Like one straight wall across. And that's going to be able to stop any usage of the natural resource there. But Ulysses has taken this town center down. He's pushing forward nicely. Joe dropping that tornado down to take out the catapults here to keep his own town center alive. Ignoring this Titan over here. The towers are all up. Does he have crenellations in? Yes, he does. But we've also got an Oxy War Barge coming in to deal with this. As the Bellerophon running away. And we do see a Migdol Stronghold coming up on that position there as well. As the town center finishes up for Ulysses. And we'll see how things go with Mariano starting to push in and claiming this position as well. Does look like the walls have mostly been cleaned up. The caravans need to get sent back to work. But the trade route has been successfully denied here. This is really, really good for DoD. But the question is it going to be enough? And Kimo is struggling here. He is getting pushed back in a big way right now. Because no trade means no gold, means no merc, means he is now fighting behind in technical population here against the set of Joe. As we see another Titan Gate coming up, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Wonder coming through relatively soon here for these players. But with all the trade getting taken out and Ulysses' Blitzkrieg is well and truly on the way. There is an option to make some mummies out here. And a Bolt coming down to help out. Still has to take down those Heliopoli. Another Heliopoli about to go down. Was it too little too late? Yes, it is. Gold Colossus, too strong. Town center down, Tango down. And Fox is just slowly falling in this game. Bear getting taken down there as well. Ulysses gonna clean up that town center. Gold Colossus going down there as well. Siege of the Titans is through for Shelty to get that one up. But Ulysses is just an absolute monster here in this one. We do see the town center attempting to get back up. There are some catapults over here to put a stop to this one, but Mariano's not paying attention here. It looks like he's gonna miss it. Ah, he misses it. Town center up for Fox. Now Joe can start putting some pressure over here. And the thing is, though, that this Titan can just come over and clean this up really, really quickly. We do see the siege towers are through for Mariano to take that one down. Titan almost finished over here. Kimo using his Shifting Sands somewhere. Where's the red units? Right here. Comes in. We do see Shelty is already in with his Bellerophon. It's those catapults going to come. Why did he... Maybe his unit got targeted down or something. Check a little fortress coming through here for Shelty. Kimo trying to go for the Chrono JJ, but cannot make it work. Well, there is a tornado, though. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? It's going to be enough. Down, Titan Gate down. Beautiful play. Still more siege works coming up over here. The Titan is moving forward here to break through. The town center manages to get back up for Fox. He's fighting valiantly here from behind. I wonder why he went for the Shifting Sands, though. Could have held that for a potential Titan kill on Joe. As now we see Ulysses defending here nicely, getting some Oxy Juggernauts out to take down these Migdol Strongholds. Really nice usage where that's concerned. As the Titan comes through, I mean, the funny thing is, a Titan, if you actually use it against units, that's actually the max value you can get out of the Titan. Yeah, you can kill off a town center, sure, but picking off units is like killing off a lot of your enemy's population. But nice granary block here. Ulysses not paying attention to his Titan at the moment. He clicked on the town center and thought that would be enough, but it's not. Killing off the siege works here would be an easy way through, but deciding to pull back for the time being here. And we do see Ulysses tries to get these walls up. Again, just like a wall that goes... Wait, can I show you? Joe. A wall that goes like this, like right through this gap, stops any of these sorts of raids. A very, very spicy wall. And the Titan does manage to get onto the town center, so that's going to be a cleaned up town center there for THC. That's putting them even further in front. Ulysses is 4 town centers, about to be able to grab this entire position. Lots and lots of towers to take out here, though. So they're doing a lot of damage onto the Titan as well. But while this is all going on, Chemo manages to take down the town center of Joe, as Joe is faltering here against Chemo. And also, there is a Mariano Titan making its way across. And Joe says, in that moment, that's the game, GG. Vox too far behind here. Shelty could not manage to make it work here in the pocket. It seems that Ulysses just a little bit too big in this one. I think that the early game fight from Mariano on the water gave Ulysses every single bit of advantage here, in a way. I'm sure there's other ways to play this, but things like getting that trade route out nice and early instead of fast 3 town centers maybe in the Zeus position, maybe going for a fast heroic here from Zeus and making some Skylar to hold that water against those early Mariano units, throwing a market down, starting your trade route straight away using that food you got from your classical age or Archaic Age Fish Boom to start that trade route and then get your town centers and then go to the Mythic Age. Maybe that's a better way to go than just the fast 3 town centers while in the pocket. It's a difficult one to say because like we don't play on this map very often, so you don't know what's the best play here at all, especially in these sorts of god picks. But that makes it all the more interesting. If you guys enjoyed this series, it's still group stages, so no one's out here. DoD's still got a chance here to get through to the second portion of the tournament, the knockout stage. Obviously, THC is going to be sitting very comfortable, probably in that first place in their group at the moment. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider the follow on Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.